These are all the black hairstyles? Are you kidding me, man? Look at my character, chat. These are all the hairstyles. That's it. I'll just put on a hat, bro. This is tough.
That's the wildest hairstyle I ever seen. It's like, why would you do this to yourself? Nah, for real, like, why, like, you might as well just go bald after this. Like, you realize might as well go bald. Like, why would they make this a hairstyle for the future?
Welcome back to Under the Dryer, where we dive deep into conversations that are at the intersection between hair and pop culture. Today, we're tackling a topic of the underrepresentation of Afro hair in video games. Join me as we explore the problem, discuss its implications, and unravel potential solutions for a more inclusive gaming experience. Like the two TikTok clips at the start of this video, Afro hair in video games is often poorly represented or entirely absent, isolating individuals with Afro-textured hair. This perpetuates the harmful perception that Afro hair is not a priority in game design. Remember Killmonger from Black Panther? The high-top dreadlocks is now overplayed and overused to represent black men in video games.
This is officially the black hair starter kit for video game characters. Y'all, we need some new hairstyles out here. Don't get me wrong, there's been an improvement when it comes to black hairstyles and black characters in video games. But yo, Black Panther really ruined us with this hairstyle.
A sinister epidemic sweeping our nations, a coterie of disastrous proportions sweeping our nations. Called every time y'all put a black person in the video game, he got a fucking haircut. Been saying this, like, video games really need like somebody that is just like about fashion, a esthetician, like a makeup artist on a movie set, right? But like, y'all really do deadass need some black people to consult, because this is getting ridiculous. I ain't got a PS5, but I was considering getting one because Spiderman 2 dropped, right? But like, I swear to God, Insomniac hates this dude. Here's the thing, I don't know what it is that they be putting at the water in game development studios, but he's extremely proud of giving people this damn sideways emo part, because have not had this haircut since damn Odell Beckham played for the Cowboys, right? And then on top of that, why is his hair on top of his Spidey suit? Telling me mans puts on a mask? It's not even a mask at that point, because a mask is supposed to cover like your whole head, your whole face, right? Nah, technically I think a helmet and a mask are like different things. I'd have a sleeve because he have to have a hole at the top for his damn dreadlocks to come out. Get it? Like, he got the little like starter locks, he got his little wave brush going on, right? But like, there's no reason for this man to be fighting crime and then can grab his hair like this is a cat fight in WWE Raw.
The overuse of certain hairstyles, like dreadlocks, creates a further lack of diversity. Today we'll dig into the impact of this issue on gamers and the gaming industry as a whole. Recent Harry Potter games have been applauded for their diverse black hairstyle options. This step forward deserves recognition, and it shows that change is possible, but how can we build on this momentum? To understand the impact, let's look at some examples. Many popular games lack diverse and accurate Afro hair options, reinforcing stereotypes and marginalizing players. The overrepresentation of certain hairstyles, like the Killmonger locks, limits the variety and authenticity of black hair in virtual worlds. This is not only affecting the players' experiences, but also shaping the industry's responsibility in promoting inclusivity.
We've all been through this exact same scenario. You're hopping in the character customization mode of your game, and you are just scrolling through all the hairstyles, literally looking high and low for the black hairstyles. They're all lumpy. They all lack edges. They all lack definition. They're just not good hairstyles. A lot of these games lack cultural and religious headwear. So there's no hijabs, there's no turbans, there's no kufis, there's no head wraps, there's no do-rags, there's none of that. I do have some favorite hairstyles like Luther and Amanda in Detroit Become Human and Miles Morales in the Spider-Man games. But it does beg the question of why is it that in 2023 we are still begging for good black hairstyles? And you're probably wondering, okay, well, what do we do about it? You can start by talking to black girl gamers. Talk to consultancies like us. I want to hear from you. Who is a black character whose hair you absolutely love? I'm talking the curls are curling, the fade is fading, the fro is froing. I want to know, okay? Let me know in the comments below.
Initiatives like Dove's Code My Crown are reshaping this narrative. The guide, crafted by a community of black artists, empowers coders and game developers to create more diverse and accurate depictions of black hair. There is also a huge success of creators in games like The Sims 4 who have added authentic Afro hair options through user-generated content. Another initiative to spotlight is the open source Afro Hair Library, started and created by UCLA professor A.M. Darkay, which is a database of 3D Afro hair models. According to an article in Gaudem, the professor created the library as an anti-capitalist and feminist approach to the portrayal of black hair. The aim is to keep building a bank of usable 3D assets for a range of games, animation, and other digital programming to make us more visible in newer technologies as they grow. The current styles available on the open source Afro Hair Library have a diverse range of styles, including locks, protective styles like braids, coily and curly hair, cornrows, bantu knots, and more. To be honest, it was really heartwarming to find this in my research at the time of writing the script for this video, and I really hope more games can start to collaborate with open source Afro Hair Library. There is so much choice. Beyond Code My Crown, open source Afro Hair Library, and user-generated content, there are more avenues for change. Collaboration between game developers and diverse hairstylists could lead to a more authentic representation in character design. Awareness campaigns and workshops within the gaming industry could also help bridge the knowledge gap. Hi, so I am actually editing this video right now, and when I was looking at my conclusion section, I did feel like it was still also missing an argument, because on one hand, I agree that, you know, what I said in the script originally about how Afro hairstylists and game developers need to collaborate more, and maybe that is probably one of the key solutions, but I do think that's a quick fix. But I think the long-term fix as well is actually diversifying who works in the gaming industry. I know that there's not that many diverse game developers. That could be down to the lack of education, the lack of opportunities within the industry, and very much a if you know type of industry, which I think also needs to change, and that dimension of it. But I also think that's really important. And also the people at the top of this food chain, or at the top of the industry in these big, you know, corporations, gaming corporations, I also think they are to blame as well, because they are the key decision makers, right? But I think the problem with that is we don't have enough diversity even within those roles, and it's an age-old problem when it comes to diversity and inclusion within the workplace. But I think in industries that are kind of heritage industries, I like to call, ones that have been running for a long time, I think we need diversity. So I don't think it's just a one shoe size fits all in terms of that collaboration that I mentioned between Afro hairstylists and game developers, and also diverse game developers in itself. But I just think the industry as a whole needs a shake up in terms of who you're hiring, providing opportunities to people that are less likely or less typically likely to go for these type of roles. Also just changing up the makeup of who works in such a big industry, because it is a big industry generating tons of money, right? So I think we need to get to a place where it's not just about like collaboration, but also the people within the industry look like me and you, look like a regular person. The people who are making decisions also understanding that, you know, it's not just one type of person that exists in gaming, it's actually a whole wide range, and we need to recognize that. So without further ado, back to the video. As we explore these possibilities, it's crucial to acknowledge the role each of us plays in demanding change and fostering inclusivity. In the end, the goal is to create a gaming space where everyone sees themselves reflected authentically. I want to hear your thoughts on this topic. How have you experienced the representation of Afro hair in video games? Are there other solutions you'd like to explore? And what positive examples have you noticed in recent games? Thank you for joining me in this important discussion. If you want to stay updated on more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. This is Jessica from Under the Dryer signing off. See you in the next video.